It's a Friday morning out in the forest. 33 degrees when I got up this morning, so yeah, a little cold overnight, but actually, surprisingly, my quilt kept me fairly warm, even though it's maybe rated to 45 or something. But anyhow, I gotta pack this stuff up, get out of here before the mosquitoes wake up. This is the Deschutes River, but it's close to the headwaters, so much smaller here than it was in Bend. "9:30 a.m., 15 miles in on today's ride. Heading south down the Cascade Lakes Scenic Highway. And I think I'm still about 20 miles from where it intersects with Highway 58, if I recall. Anyhow, light traffic, bit of a tree tunnel. Big pile of lava. Those trees that grow out of this rock, I don't know how they get enough nutrition. They do look pretty scrappy looking. All right, back to civilization, or back to traffic. Highway 58, I'm going to make a left turn here, heading towards the intersection with Highway 97. Well, I made a left back there. I should have gone right. I misinterpreted where I was at, so lesson there is always look at your map or GPS when you get to an intersection. Alright, now I'm on Highway 58, heading to Chemult, 22 miles from here. I've done about 40 so far, but 40 were fairly easy. There was a bit of downhill, not too much climbing, so I think I can make Chemult pretty easy. Famous last words. Well, Highway 58's not too bad. Traffic's pretty light. It's just at 1:20 in the afternoon. There is not much shade to be had. The shoulder has opened up a little bit. It was pretty sketchy back there. I got narrow trucks, and hopefully it stays like this to Chemult. Alright, stopped at the market in Chemult and got some water and had an ice cream. I'm gonna go another mile or so to a rest stop area and take probably an extended break there. It's 4 o'clock. I'm going to go a little bit further after that, just so I can find a place to wild camp and get a little closer to Crater Lake, which is my destination for tomorrow. Alright, been hanging at the rest stop for about the last full half an hour, 40 minutes. In the shade here, had a little snack, some water, and ready to move on. I've already done 63 miles. I only got a couple more left in me, but I think I can find a Forest Service road nearby, and I'm going to go down there and find a spur and hopefully a good shaded campsite. Well, it's been a long day, 68 miles, but right now I'm making easy progress and I'm feeling okay, so I'm just going to keep going a little further. Maybe down to the junction with Crater Lake. It's about another 3 or 4. See what that area looks like for camping. Alright, just got off of Highway 97, turned on to 138 West, and looks like it's about 20 No, 30 miles to Crater Lake, which is my goal tomorrow. So I'm just going to find somewhere out here in the trees, somewhere perhaps. See if I can camp away from the noisy highway. Alright, I rode up this dirt road that goes to a quarry where I saw like an RV. Looked like some people who worked there. I don't know if there was anybody up there or just their RV, but anyhow, I was coming up the road here and I just picked a spot out in the trees here, as it seemed well, easier to ride up. The other roads were too sandy and my skinny tires just sunk into the sand, so I couldn't really get anywhere. So it took me a couple of attempts at different sides. This was the third side road I checked, and so yeah, I just kind of got this spot here to chill out, and doesn't seem to be anybody around. I'm not even sure if this is national forest or private property, to tell you the truth. It could belong to this quarry, but I don't suspect any issues. Good morning, 5 miles in on the Saturday after leaving a wild camp spot where it got down to, my bike thermometer said 29 degrees when I got up. Consequently, my GoPro and my cell phone were acting kind of weird until they warmed up. So anyhow, I've got a bit of a climb here to get up to Crater Lake, 3,000 feet today. And once again, I'll be searching for water. I don't have a whole bunch. I got maybe one water bottle full, but at this altitude, I suck down a lot of water. All right, I'm at almost 6,000 feet, but I've been riding for an hour and a half or so, and have done 10 and a half, so slow going. And the steepest part is yet to come. Alright, just got through the entrance of Crater Lake National Park, where I bought my senior annual pass for $80, so now I'm set for life. But boy, I feel old now. But yeah, I just became eligible, so woohoo! Alright, 6,900 feet. It's hard to pedal more than a couple of hundred feet without just getting winded. My bike almost blew over there. So I'm taking it real slow. I'm just going to get to the viewpoint up here, and I think pretty much just turn around because I don't want to go all the way over to the lodge. I'm heading back towards Roseburg after this. There it is, Crater Lake. I made it. 7,300 feet. I was out of water, had to bum off some people up here at the rest stop who were very nice and gave me a bottle of water. But whew, that was tough. And I have to admit, when I got here to the top and saw the view, I actually shed a few tears. It meant that much to me. Oh, well, that was crazy. I spent 2 hours climbing 3,000 feet in elevation. And I spent about 20 minutes there admiring the view, and then I turn around and I'm heading right back down because I need to go down the other highway towards Roseburg. I don't want to go towards Medford. I want to get back to my car in 2 days, so yeah, but you know, sometimes that's how it is, and totally worth it, even though that was one of the harder climbs I've ever done. And I was very emotional when I got to the top. I still am. It was hard to believe I made it. I thought I was going to have to turn around. So anyhow, I'm heading downhill to Diamond Lake now. Alright, I'm headed down towards Roseburg, but we'll stop in Diamond Lake to see what there is to eat. Alright, just dipped into the Diamond Lake Lodge here and had lunch. Had a nice salad with a chicken club. So that hit the spot after a couple of days of just making camp food. All right, back on the bike. I'm gonna do about another 20 miles I think today, so I can get a little bit closer to Roseburg. These falls come from a spring that's only a mile away and puts out 12 to 15 cubic feet per second. And it comes up through a bunch of volcanic rocks, so the water is very clear. Hence the name Clear Waterfalls. Clearwater Falls definitely lives up to its namesake, and luckily I pulled in here when I did, because I think the small amount of campsites they have here have already filled up, and actually, considering all the water around here, the mosquitoes aren't too bad. 7 a.m. Sunday, just leaving the Clearwater Falls campground, heading down Highway 136 towards Roseburg. 72 miles away, but I think I can make it as it's mainly downhill. I'm at 4,000 feet. Roseburg's at 400. We'll see how it goes. Did I call this 136? It's actually Highway 138. Here on the side of the major drop-off here on the side of the road, man, it goes way down. I am following the North Fork of the Umpqua, I think that's how it's pronounced, the Umpqua River, North Fork. Very beautiful. It's like quite popular with the fishermen. Alright, I've been riding for about an hour and a half. Decided just to take a roadside stop here, make some oatmeal and have another cup of coffee, and I got the chair out just to relax a bit. This is actually like my last day out in the wilderness. Get to Roseburg today, get back to my car tomorrow. Alright, 32 miles in, and just a little over 2 hours of riding time, so obviously a lot of downhill. But traffic's picking up as all the other campers, I think, are waking up and heading home. It is Sunday. Similar to the McKenzie River area, the Umpqua, or North Fork here, has North Fork of the Umpqua River. Has also seen a significant fire up through here. It's probably been a few years. There's a lot of green growth, but there's no big trees that are alive. But that's nature. What can you do? All right, 40 miles in. It is 11 a.m. and I'm trying to be pretty cautious. The shoulder is very minimal, and I'm getting into pickup truck redneck country. Well, I didn't say that. I just got to be careful. Sunday afternoon traffic, people heading downhill. So yeah, but I got plenty of time, and I got a hotel reserved tonight, so I can check in anytime from 3 to midnight, so I could make a real long day. I'm just on the outskirts of Roseburg, Oregon. And Roseburg's claim to fame is the plywood capital of the world. Because I believe that's what their slogan was a few years ago. Maybe they've been replaced now by some other spot somewhere else on the globe. Alright, 3:30 in the afternoon, 72 miles. Here at the overpriced Holiday Inn Express. See what the view looks like. Oh, it's hot out here. Yeah, I got up to like 92 by the time I got to Roosevelt. Hey, not a bad view. Anyhow, that's it for today. Tomorrow, short day, gonna go get my car. I think I'll just get up early, leave all my gear here at the hotel, and just ride the Bear bike back to Ron's house, which I think is less than 30 miles. I gotta check that. But anyhow, thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you somewhere down the road.